As someone who cried during the Apple Vision Pro presentation because I realized how incredible this technology was going to be, I am returning my Apple Vision Pro, and I'm going to be telling you why in this video. Now, some important things to note as we get into this. I'm a big Apple nerd. I have a MacBook, I have an iMac, I have an iPhone, I have an iPad. I even have old Apple things like this iPod Nano, just because I love Apple. And so me returning an Apple product is a pretty big deal. And also useful information to know is I am a full-time creator. I edit videos. I'm on my computer a ton. I also game a lot and don't necessarily watch a lot of TV shows or movies. I'm more of a gamer. And so for me, with purchasing this device, the idea in my head was I'll be able to use it and cast my MacBook screen up, be able to edit videos with this. I can have all these multiple screens around. And then when I get back home, I can also put this headset on. And even though I know there isn't necessarily gaming, it wasn't really advertised you could do console gaming, I had a whole plan with this to use like a capture card and different things like that, or even just cloud gaming on this was part of the wants on this. So for me, there'd be a lot of time I'd be spending in this headset, and having all those multiple screens, it would actually be a good deal for me to get this because now I don't have to have multiple monitors set up. I can take my monitors with me, and I get this ridiculously big screen for playing video games on. And when I do watch a movie or a TV show, I've also got this adjustable screen I can take with me. So I had like multiple use cases of wanting this, and because I'm a creator, this would technically be a write-off, so that would be awesome too. So yeah, let's dive into the issues with this headset. The first and foremost that people need to understand is the field of view on the headset. There's probably quite a lot of you right now watching all the fun videos online where people have screens pinned across their house and, ooh, there's cool sports experiences, or someone's a DJ doing cool DJ stuff. And you'll see all those and it looks like, wow, you are really immersed. You just look around. It's just like you're looking around in real life and you see all these things. That is not the experience you see. And what the cameras show when someone's screen recording is not what your eyes even see when you're looking through this headset because of the field of view. Now, I actually did a video on my main channel covering the field of view as it relates to video editing, but basically you've got your screen that you can resize and you can make it gigantic, but with the field of view, you have this black outline. If you ever worn a Quest 2 or any kind of VR headset, you know what I'm talking about. There's this giant black edges going around the screen, and it's just kind of like a spotlight that you can see through and turn your head around in. But not only that, but on the headset, outside of those black big circle of the spotlight that you have to look through, about like 10 to 20% around that black spot is blurred and warped to where all that's in focus is directly down the center of this headset. So if I make a big screen for video editing, I literally have to turn my head around the screen to be able to look at the different elements. Whereas with a computer, if I'm just looking down at my computer, I can just move my eyes around the screen and be able to look at all my different editing elements. For this, because of that field of view, I literally have to turn my head to look at everything, and it's just not a good experience. Even if you're watching TV shows and movies and you want to make that giant movie theater screen, again, you're going to have that same problem. The center of your video will be clear, but the corners and some of the sides are going to be blurred out, and you'll literally have to turn your head to see the different parts of your TV show or movie as they happen. So make sure to actually go into a store, try it on, see if you like that field of view, put on a Quest 2, see if you like that field of view, because it's pretty darn similar to that. I've got a Quest 2 over on the shelf, and it doesn't feel necessarily too different than that. The next con we can talk about is weight, and don't go and think that I'm going to say what everyone else has said. I actually think that this is very usable with weight on your head. Like, it feels like a Quest 2. It doesn't feel like, oh my word, I have neck pain and all these problems. Like, I'm not that person, but I am using the double strap, and I think that is needed. But I mean weight in the sense is that you are wearing a headset on your face, and that weight is noticeable. And I can definitely wear the headset for a while and it not be an issue, but I am going to consider what I'm going to do because there is going to be that bit of weight on me versus like I could just use my phone and look something up on Safari versus going on my headset and opening Safari. Or like if I want to look something up on the computer, like if I'm looking at a car to buy, which I was doing, I went to my phone or my iPad or my MacBook to look at cars, I didn't naturally go to this. It was my second thought, oh, why don't I try looking at buying used cars through my headset? But it was a whole lot more steps, and I have to deal with this weight on my head, and I also can't, it's kind of weird to talk to my wife in the headset. Like, the weight isn't bad, but it is noticeable enough to where now it's like, if I'm going to edit videos, or I want to game, or want to watch content, I'm going to have to deal with this little bit of weight on my head, which it's just going to feel present there. And I'm going to have this field of view issue. And then the third problem here is that when you are connected to a MacBook and you are casting your screen up, there's actually two issues with this. The first is that the screen resolution does not look 4K when you are casting your MacBook screen and making it bigger for video editing or productivity or anything like that. If I put a Vision Pro app like Safari or Messages or anything next to my MacBook casting, I think the Vision Pro's apps look like 4K, whereas the MacBook casting screen looks like 1080p. So like the icons on the bottom of the screen all look pretty blurry. The text can be somewhat difficult to read depending how far away that virtual screen is from your actual eyes. Like it is not razor sharp when casting your MacBook and making it a big screen. And then problem number 2 is you can only have one screen casted from your MacBook. I can't have a 3 video monitor setup of just my MacBook. I can only have one of it, and then I can open up Vision Pro apps next to it, but that's it. So if I want to have my Finder window and I want also, Chrome or Safari open so I can add music in and different other elements, can't do that. I can only have one window open in front of me. And one of the main reasons I got it is because for my work, for my job as a content creator, I'm editing a lot, and that's where that would have been useful, but it wasn't built in there, or maybe just the M2 chip can't handle having 3 adjustable MacBook screens all hooked up. So I'm locked to one screen. It looks like it's 1080p. I have a little bit of weight on my head. I've got the field of view problem. You can see how all these problems start to add up. Moving on to problem number 5, is that for gaming, I had a whole thing where I was going to do a capture card connected to the MacBook, because when you are connected to the MacBook and you're editing, like, it's fluid, it's very responsive, your mouse moves really quickly, you don't notice lag or anything. So I thought if I took my Xbox and connected it to my MacBook with a capture card and then cast my screen into Apple Vision Pro, I would be able to game constantly, and there was lag, so I wouldn't be able to actually do that. So then I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll just do cloud gaming for Xbox. Turns out you can't do that as well. When you go into Safari and you try to make the Xbox Cloud Gaming app and, do the little add to home screen like you do on an iPhone or an iPad or anything like that, it won't allow you to do it. You cannot add it to your home screen. There's no app for Xbox Cloud Gaming, so you just can't do Xbox Cloud Gaming. There is Steam linking, and people have done that, but even if you go the cloud gaming route, and even if I did get that hooked up, you're going to run into the same issue where if you don't have incredible internet, it's going to be laggy. If you're not a fiber internet person, which I'm not, and I have used cloud gaming, you're going to have that delay, which is going to affect your gameplay, and that's just not going to be pleasant. When I did game on with mobile apps on the Vision Pro and had a controller hooked up and was just doing some of the Apple Arcade games like Oceanhorn 2 or the Sasquatch game, like, those were really responsive, and it felt amazing to game on that. But if I'm going to be spending this much money on this, like, viewing experience, I want to be able to console game with this headset. And right now it does not seem feasible unless they figure out some way of getting an HDMI to work with Apple Vision Pro. I don't even know what that would look like. But with all those reasons, it's like I can't do this on my regular day-to-day of work. I can't console game on this. So when am I wearing this headset? And then even still, like, this is like a $4,000 to $5,000 device. Okay, because you're not going to buy this without Apple Care, and Apple Care is $500. Plus, you got to pay taxes. Plus, depending on who you are, like, you're going to buy the additional storage. You're not just going to do 256 gigabytes. You're probably going to get 512 or a terabyte. And before you know it, you're going to be close to $5,000 for this device that is giving you all these negative things. And in my head, it's like, for like $600, I can get a Steam Deck and play all my Steam games and take it wherever I want, and it has its own battery, and it's portable. Cool. If I really want a big screen for watching movies, I can buy a projector, like a Samsung projector for $900 that's portable and I can take everywhere with me, and a portable screen if I want, all for under the price of the headset. And I get it. The reason this is expensive is because it is so advanced and you're controlling things with your eyes and touching. And for that, it's incredible. Like, this is so far ahead. It's an amazing device. And I give Apple credit for that, because this is literally the future. It will be the future, even if it's not there yet. But for me, it didn't have enough use cases. And you know what? To be honest, I'm going to say this. You can technically order the Apple Vision Pro and you have 14 days to return it. So if you want to just get this, try it out for a bit, and if you don't like it, return it, you can do that, because that's what I did. I pre-ordered, it came, I got it Friday. It's been about like 3 to 5 days now, and now I'm returning it because it wasn't for me, and I had a ton of time to try it out and see if it was applicable for me. So maybe at least do that. If you are considering getting this device and you're watching this video on someone who's returning it, maybe just get the device, try it for a few days, and you can return it and get all your money back with no stocking fee because it's Apple. So yeah, maybe do something like that, or do the demo in the Apple Store before you actually hop on this device. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see another example of me using this, I'll leave that video linked down below so you can go check it out. And with that, we'll end the video.